Not you living with him pretending that you're okay, and then because he's vulnerable, because he's in a low state, you now take advantage and humiliate him in that way. Hello and welcome back to Everyday Matters. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Tari. Okay, so today's video is just a reaction to a video that was sent to a group that I'm in on WhatsApp. I saw the video and my jaw actually dropped, and I thought, did this actually happen? And then I thought I would bring it to you so that I would hear your opinion. Is it just me overreacting, or do you think there's something more to the story? Okay, so apparently this lady called into a radio station, and she said she had a confession to make, and she said what she did to her husband. She wanted to confess what she did to her husband and his side chick. Okay, and I listened, I watched on, and she said she's been married to this guy for about 18 years. They've got 2 kids that are studying in Canada. They've got everything they need. She doesn't have any issues when it comes to money. He's doing well. He works really hard and takes care of her. The only issue she had was the fact that he was cheating on her. So he's cheating on her. That was the only problem that she had. Okay, and she said she warned this man about his cheating, but he wouldn't listen, and somewhere along the line he had a partial stroke. And once he had a partial stroke, the best thing she thought she would do was to punish him, because actually she's been telling him about his cheating for a long time and he hasn't listened. So she decided to punish him and his side chick. Okay, so she got all the information. She got access to the man's bank account. She got access to the man's email, to the man's WhatsApp. Obviously, if someone is in stroke and in hospital, he didn't have much control of what he could do or what he couldn't do. Okay, so she got access to his telephone, to his WhatsApp messages, to his emails and all of that, and she did a printout of every conversation he's been having with his side chick. She said there were 4 of them. Okay, so she did that. She installed CCTV in the house where they live, and she decided that once they got home, she invited his side chicks to come into the house to take care of the man, to care for him. And basically he couldn't do much. He couldn't shower himself, he couldn't clean himself up, and the way that she wanted to punish them was for them to come and also care for him, because they also ate his money. Okay, so he took care of them, gave them money, so she felt they should also take care of him. So that's what she did. Okay, and when I saw the video, I was really surprised. For me, I felt this woman went a bit too far. Okay, but I'll let you be the judge. I'll play the video for you so that you can have a look and just tell me what you think about it yourself.
I'll have a confession on what I did to my husband's side chicks, the 4 of them. Okay, let me try and make it very short. We've been married for 18 years. I knew him when I was very young, and he's a very wonderful man. I don't lack anything, nothing, absolutely nothing. We're doing very well. And the only issue I have with him was that he was cheating, and I kept warning him. And he has BP problem, he has high blood pressure problem, and I kept warning him. He didn't listen to me. And one day, I think one of our conversations, I warned him. I said, the day you will see what you are looking for, I will remind you. Unfortunately, he's in his 40s, I'm in my 30s, and God blessed us so well with 2 boys. And he had partial stroke.
At 40?
And yeah, he's in his 40s. He had partial stroke, and all along when we had that issue, because it was on his WhatsApp and text messages, he now moved his conversations with them to his email, because I rarely check his email. I don't even have time to even go through his email.
Wait. He had partial stroke. He was still cheating?
No. It was, okay. I said before then, when we had one, I think one of our last conversations was when I now warned him and said, today you will see what you are looking for.
Yeah.
I will remind you. He's Yoruba, I'm Igbo.
Okay.
And the next thing, when it happened, when the hospital, all through, there's this particular person that was calling, the person's name, Bola Client. So I thought it was people he has business to do with and all that.
Yeah.
So I pursued his phone. The almighty phone with the CBN code was with me. and he has to put his password. He said his password. I said, no problem. Since the phone was with me, I had to go through the phone. Only to going through the phone, an email came in, and I'm like, oh. So and I opened all his mail, and I noticed, oh, you moved everything here, so I won't say it because I know he's a workaholic. That's the truth. And I now started going through all the emails. I got home. We were still in the hospital. I printed, because we have a printer home, I printed everything out. I went as far as merging their name to, I went to even to his account, how he sent 200,000, 100,000, 300,000, upkeep 50,000. Truthfully, he's a nice man. I don't lack anything.
Yeah.
I own 3 cars. We live in a duplex. God has blessed us so well. We have kids that are studying in Canada, 2 boys. God has blessed us with 2 boys.
Okay.
And after we go, this person kept sending emails. So all I did, I now replied the email that I'm not in the country. I traveled for a brief meeting. I'll let you know when I'm back. She even gave her list. Baby, buy this, buy that. Perfume. I said, no problem. Anything for you, my girl.
You two sell 419. Like, what?
So I played her.
Yeah.
I printed everything out. I bought a file. I filed all of them. I used their name to search them on WhatsApp.
Do you have a job? Do you have a full-time? I think you should quit. John DSS at this point, man.
No. You know, truthfully, women are born FBI. You don't have to go through any training.
Okay.
Women are born FBI. That's the truth.
Wow.
So I printed everything. I filed them with their names. I waited. When we got back home, after a month, before we got back home, I installed a camera in the house.
Got back home from the hospital now?
Yeah, from the hospital.
Okay, go ahead.
I installed the camera in the house, and for some time, it had to be on diaper and all that. So I now invited... So after a month that we got back home, I wanted him to settle in. I now brought out everything. I said, this is this person. He started crying. I said, no, today is not the day for tears.
Oh, you speak Yoruba? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was born and bred in Lagos.
Okay.
It's Sulere born breed.
Ah, nice.
So the next thing, I told you,
okay.
You see, look at this 4. These are the particular 4. I went to his account. I printed all the ones he sent to them with their names. Everything was filed like one that works in an office.
Like your secretary. Well, bless your heart.
I filed everything for him. Even their pictures on Instagram, their name. I filed everything.
That's another stroke for that guy, man. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So after everything, I gave him. It's like, I said, no, today is not the day for tears.
Yeah.
You know, I told you, the day you will see what you are looking for, I will remind you. I'm reminding you today. This is what you have been doing with money. I'm not lacking money, no problem, but this is what you have been doing with money.
Yeah.
This is what you have been doing. You're paying rent, you're paying school fees, you're doing this, you're doing
What did
that.
he say?
He was just crying. You know, men, when you catch them red-handed, you don't have explanation. It is just to say, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said, no, you're not sorry. Because if you're sorry, I don't think you will go to this extent.
Okay.
No problem. What I now did was, I now had to tell my chef and my maid to go on 2 weeks break. They thought I wanted to sack. I said, I can't sack you people. Who will do all this? Who will carry him? Who will put him on the bed? And I said, no, you guys just go on 2 weeks break. Because I needed to teach them a lesson.
Okay.
And now, the one that was calling the Bola client, I now sent an email to her that I'm back in the country, that she should come over to the house. She said, how about your wife? I said, no, my wife has traveled. She went to Canada to see the kids, because my kids are in the university. She said she went to Canada to check on the kids. I said, okay. She even came with a bag to spend 1 week or more. I don't know how many clothes.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead.
Immediately she came in, I now used the locker from upstairs, because we live in a duplex, to lock the door. So even when you use the key, it won't open. Except I put the code.
Okay.
And my husband cannot move. He was in the living room upstairs. That was before we moved these rooms downstairs to make it easier for everyone. He was in the living room upstairs, and she came in. She even screamed, baby. My husband was looking at me like, who is baby? Who is that in the house? Immediately she came up my husband's head just came down. She was shocked seeing me. I told her to sit. I was the one that invited over. I spoke to her. I said, I know you. I know everything. I told her everything. I gave her full information. Like
you also gave her the file.
I gave her the information. I brought out the file. I said, this is you. These are all the money my husband has been sending to
okay.
you. And I deliberately did not clean my husband up that morning. Because he was on diaper those early stages.
Okay.
Not now that he's moving around and all that.
Okay.
I now told her, I deliberately left my husband like that. I didn't date him.
Yeah.
And I said, since you're here,
second wife.
You enjoyed everything with me. You enjoyed his money. You enjoyed the D.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you enjoyed everything. We shared the nudity, so there's no need. You will have to work a whole day. She thought, I collected her phones. I seized everything. I said, I won't touch you, but you will work. I cannot suffer this alone. She understood. I told her, I can't suffer this alone. Yes, he's my husband.
Your husband
you will have to eat part of it. She was scared. I said, no, you don't have to be scared. Already have cameras in the house. I know my husband was helpless. If he had way to scream, he would have screamed. He just could not scream. She cooked that morning. She made breakfast. But before, there's something she did. She was taking up the diaper and was closing her nose. I'm like, oh, you don't know anything. Everything that she did, she doesn't know that it was on camera. Everything was recorded. By 7, I said, you can go. I still gave her money to go. I said, do you know the next day? I did it to the 4 of them for 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks stretch. I just one day.
One day one person comes, another day another person comes.
I did it to the 4 of them. And the 4 of them blocked him permanently on WhatsApp. They blocked him. My husband was up. I now played the whole
video for him to watch.
And said, look at what. So they can close their nose, but they can't close their nose to alert. He was helpless. He doesn't have a choice. He will watch it because at the early stages he was sitting one place. Is it me he wants to chase around the house?
To collect the remote from you.
He cannot. I told him you will watch it. Look at your girlfriend. Not even one is even irritated to clean him up. I'm like, oh, the same man you sleep with. They're irritated to clean him up.
Wow.
They're irritated to take off the diaper. You are and again and that was what's that her name? Hey, not Bola. The other one. She was irritated to do anything. I'm like, feeling irritated. Like, what is this? I'm like, oh no. And I said, look at them. And this is what I will do until you get better. This is what I will do. But to God be the glory. He's doing fine now. He's moving around.
Can he speak?
He's recovering. What?
Can he speak?
Yeah, he's speaking.
Okay.
He affected his hand and his leg. But right now he's moving. He's just using his staff to move around.
Yeah.
His hand is back to normal now because I was like a gym instructor, even though we have another gym instructor that comes to the house.
Yeah.
The therapist that comes to connect everything.
Yeah.
But his hand is perfectly where you won't even know anything happens to him.
Yeah.
Just his leg that
Could you speak closer? Sorry, we're losing. Speak closer to your mouthpiece, please.
Okay, it's just his. I said he's doing very fine now. Like,
you have a physiotherapist for him?
Yeah. We have a physiotherapist that comes to the house to do everything, even the gym instructor, and even myself. I still massage and do the little I can do with my small hands and all that. But thank God his hand is back to normal now. You won't even anything happen to him. It's just his leg. And even when you see him, you would think maybe he had an accident or he slipped. You won't even know he's even stroking. He's perfectly well now. But till today, he's still apologizing. But I'm happy I did that to them.
Exactly. So that's a video I've just played there. Okay. And she said she was happy at the end there. She said she was happy she did that to them. But in my opinion, I feel that this woman went a bit too far. So she went too far in what she did. So yes, no one would ever support a man that's cheating or a woman that's cheating on her husband or a man that's cheating on his wife. No one will support it. But then there's a way you react to something and you become the one that is wrong. So someone can do something that's wrong, but when you react, you will be seen as a person that's wrong. I can just imagine this man telling his family about the experience that he's had how would they see it? How would they see the woman? How would they take it? Okay, in my opinion, she went too far. She humiliated this man. You can imagine someone that had so much money that he was able to spend on girls. I'm not saying that's right in any way. So he was like a big boy, spending money, working hard and spending his money the way he chose to. And then all of a sudden, he's now in a position where he can't do that anymore. He's in a vulnerable position, and this woman took advantage of his vulnerability and brought those girls into his house to see him in that vulnerable state. And she said as soon as the man saw them, his head went down. You could imagine the humiliation that he went through, like, oh my God, how can this person see me in this state? Okay, but that aside, having to let those girls go and take care of him, so clean him up. Okay, so you can imagine the kind of torture that man would have went through, okay, in that process of sitting down there, not being able to do anything, and the woman taking control, getting those girls in to clean him up, to make breakfast for him and all that. To me, I felt that was not even a bit too much. That was just too much for the man. And you hear people taking their own lives. The reasons why people take their own lives are not far from situations like this. Okay, so she did that. She humiliated him, she embarrassed him, okay, and then she went on to say that he's now a good boy. You know, he's now a good boy. He's increased her monthly upkeep. He's bought her a new car. Of course he's going to buy you a new car, because you not only humiliated him, he can't do much. You have a CCTV, you have all those documents in which you can use to manipulate this man to do whatever you want. Okay, so another thing she did was the fact that she did not only make the man go through all this experience, degrading experience, as far as I'm concerned, she also made him to relieve that experience by getting him to watch the video of those girls and cleaning him up and taking care of him. That's, to me, that's callous. Honestly, that is too callous for anybody to do. So he's in a vulnerable state, and there's a saying that you don't kick a man when he's down, because he will definitely remember what you did to him. I don't think that man would forgive the woman for what she did. So yes, he could be a good boy now, doing everything, bidding to her call, whatever she wants, because she has all those evidence. But I don't think that he would ever forgive her for what she's done. So maybe yes, he's still unwell, he's still recovering according to her. He might just be waiting for the perfect time where he's okay, and then he can avenge the woman. That's my opinion, because I don't see any reason why you, as a wife that's supposed to protect me when I'm down, you are the one that exposed me to this kind of degrading experience. I mean, there are other ways that you could have taught this man a lesson. There are ways that you can teach this man his lesson. So if you had all those documents alone, I feel are enough if you want to teach him this. Okay, you know what, I've got this evidence. Whatever it is that you want to do with those evidence, I don't care. But to go to the extra mile to do what you did, I feel that's too much. That's callous of a woman. There are other ways. So you know that this man has been cheating on you for such a long time, since you've been married over 18 years. You know that, but you decided to live with this man in that same situation, and suddenly, because he's vulnerable, you took advantage of him. That's also wrong. If you know that you can't stand a man cheating on you, then what you want to do is to pack your things and leave the man alone. Okay, pack your things, leave him alone, and let someone else that can manage him and live with him in that state, let that person come and live with him. Not you living with him pretending that you're okay, and then because he's vulnerable, because he's in a low state, you now take advantage and humiliate him in that way. That man, as far as I'm concerned, will not forgive that woman, and that marriage, to me, I feel it's over. The man might just be buying time until he gets back on his feet, and then he will avenge the woman, or maybe the marriage will end. Imagine if he told his family or his friends. I don't think he ever will, but if he did, imagine what they will think or how they will feel. Okay, so I saw this video and I was I was angry. Like, how could you? You know, how could you? I mean, women do things, men do things, people go out and fight, which is crazy in my opinion. But what this woman did is just up there, over the roof. Okay, so this is just my opinion. Just please tell me what you think. Is it me just overreacting to this video, or do you think that this woman went too far? Okay, but thank you so much for watching. I hope this video I hope we learned something from this video, and if you learned anything at all, please put in the comments below. Let me know your opinion, and I'll see you in my next. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and I'll see you in my next video.